Hello everyone, I'm Sammy with Steam Action, and I'm going to show you today how to change out your coupler. Here's the tools you're going to need. You'll need a hammer, a pry bar, a flat bladed pry bar or a flathead screwdriver, a 5/32 Allen wrench, a 1/2 inch ratchet wrench, a 1/2 inch wrench, and then a 1/4 inch ratchet torque wrench with a 1/2 inch socket. We're going to set this to 180 inch-pounds. The two pieces of wood, they kind of help push the coupler back together. All right, so first we need to take and loosen the set screw. We're going to back it off a couple turns, make sure that it's not hitting the keyway at all. Then we're going to use our 1/2 inch wrench, and we're going to go through and break all these free. Okay. Now for the ratchet wrench, put it on the right way. All right, now we're just going to take these out by hand. We're going to thread them into the other 3 holes. So on this, you have threaded holes and you have holes that are not threaded. We're taking the bolts out of the non-threaded holes and putting them into the threaded holes in the bushing, and we're going to push this bushing away from the flange. All right, now we're going to tighten these up. You're going to do it equally, and it'll slowly push that bushing apart. All right, it's starting to pop free now. All right, there it goes. Now that it's popped free, go ahead and push it all the way out. Then we're going to take these 3 bolts back out. Alright, so we're going to finish removing these screws out. Then we're going to spin this shaft around. I'm going to use that flat-headed screwdriver and a hammer. We're going to tap that in there. We're going to slide that back. And we're going to slide this back. Now the coupler has a split in it right there. So you're going to use the split in the coupler to pry it and pull it out. Now that that's out of the way, you're able to change your belt. Alright, if we need to replace the keyway in this side, we're going to go in here and we're going to take all these loose. And we're going to put them in those 3 other holes right there. So loosen these up. Alright, so we have these 3 out. We're going to get this one the rest of the way. We're going to put it in the threaded hole right beside it. Alright, so we have the 3 bolts into the threaded holes on the flange. And now we're going to simply press them apart just like we did the back side. Just 1 turn at a time. Oh, that one broke easy, so we're just going to take this and this will all come apart here real fast. That's off. Now we have another set screw right here. We're loosen that, slide this off. Then you're going to make sure when you put the new keyway in that it goes all the way up to the top. So just like that, and then we're going to go back and reassemble. Always make sure that when you replace this keyway, check this, make sure that it's not wallered, make sure there's no scarring on it. Usually if there's any scarring, it's going to be on the bushing, so make sure you check that first. And then we're going to slide that back on, put our set screw back in. So when you put this in, push your bushing all the way up, tighten your set screw down, pull that out. Then remember, on this we need to take all these screws back out of these 3 holes, and we're going to put them into the regular holes that are right above it. So it'll be going into those when we tighten them, and they're going to go into the threaded holes in the bushing, which is opposite of the back. All right, so we have the bolts all out. We're going to make sure that they go into the holes and into the threaded holes on that one. So line that up. And slowly start each one. And let's use our ratchet wrench and snug these up. Do not try to tighten them. We're going to use the torque wrench to do all that. So there, they're all snug. Okay, now we're going to set it to 95 inch-pounds. So right there, we set it to 95 inch-pounds, and we're going to go around 3 times. So there's one on that one on that one. So right there, we're at 180 inch-pounds, and we're going to start in the same spot. Do it 3 times, just like we did the last time. All right, so we went around each one 3 times, and then we're going to go over and double check everything we've done on this part. So we've set the set screw, we made sure our keyway was all the way in, and we have torqued each bolt to 180 inch-pounds. Next part is we're going to put the coupler back in. You just simply slide it back in. It's a little bit tight, but it will go. Spread it apart, get over them bolts, get the cogs lined up, and then just go right back in reverse. So I like to make sure that my keyway is up to the top so I can see what's going on. So right here is a perfect example. My keyway is not out far enough, so I'm going to have to slide this back. And I'm going to have to reach in here and push my keyway back. Alright, so we have the coupler in. We're going to slide the flange forward, slide the bushing forward. And I like to make sure that my keyway is to the top side so I can keep an eye on it and make sure it's where it belongs. And then we're going to take and put these through the hole side, and they're going to go into the threaded side there of the flange. So we're going to push that forward and start that one. We're going to start this one, and then we're going to start the last one. Alright, with that being done, now we need to make sure that this keyway is up where it's supposed to be at. It can be a little bit of a bear every now and then, but it should slide pretty easy once we get it where we want to go. Use our pry bar here. See how I have the keyway sticking out just a little bit so I can see it? Sticking out maybe 3/8 of an inch. Let's go in a little bit more. Let's go to about 1/4. Right there's perfect. All right, now we got to pry that in. So we're gonna use these. I like to put that right there. Take your pry bar and push that. And at the same time, we're gonna set the set screw. All right, set screw is set. Get that out of our way. And you can see this is very, very tight right now. Now we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna go in here and we're gonna tighten these up, and then we're gonna retorque them. And we're gonna get them all to 180 inch-pounds. All right, so we've snugged these all up. Now we're gonna come back to our torque wrench. We're gonna go down to 95 inch-pounds. So we have that set at 95, and we're gonna go around 3 times. 1, 1. Right. So now we're gonna go to 180 inch-pounds. Now the reason you have to torque this is because this is a taper lock bushing. It's going to, as it goes on there, it makes this seal between here and here get tighter and tighter. It's not actually held off of the 3 bolts. So let's get those pulled together real good. So that's 1. 1. 2. There's 2. And this is round 3. 3. 3. 3. We're going to check just to be on the safe side. Let's go 4 times on this. It's wanting to go another round. All right, that's good. Now, if you'll notice, we have just a little bit of play on our couplers from side to side and up and down. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope this helps you.